ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦਿ ਜਪ ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦਿ ਜਪ ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦਿ ਜਪ ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਗਿਆਨ ਧਿਆਨ ਕਿਛ ਕਰਮ ਨ ਜਾਨਾ ਨਾਹਿ ਨਿਰਮਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਕੈ ਅੰਚਲ ਲਾਭਹੁ ਵੇਖਮ ਨਦੀ ਜਾਇ ਤਰਣੀ ਗਿਆਨ ਧਿਆਨ ਕਿਛ ਕਰਮ ਨ ਜਾਣਾ ਸਾਰ ਨ ਜਾਣਾ ਤੇਰੀ ਸਭ ਤੇ ਵੱਡਾ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਜਿਨ ਕਲ ਰਾਖੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਮੈਂ ਮੂਰਖ ਕੀ ਕੇਤਕ ਬਾਤ ਹੈ ਕੋਟ ਪਰਾਦੀ ਤਰਿਆਰੇ ਗੁਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਜਿਨ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਪੇਖਿਆ ਸੇ ਫਿਰ ਗਰਭਾਸ ਨਾ ਪਰਿਆਰੇ तेरे जोर मैं गूंगा कहता हूँ तेरा सदका तेरी शरण
सतनाम श्री वाहिगुरु साहिब जी तेरा जोर चाचरी छंद जले हैं थले हैं अभीत हैं अभे हैं जले हैं।
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਪਤਿਤ ਪਾਵਨ ਭਗਤ ਵਤਸਲ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦੇ ਖਜ਼ਾਨੇ ਜੋਤ ਰੂਪ ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ we're blessed again to be gathered here to continue learning and reflecting on the teachings of Sri Jaap Sahib. Sri Jaap Sahib, the first Bani of Dhan Sri Dasam Granth Sahib ji, the Granth that Dhan Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib ji gave us. Sri Jaap Sahib ji, the second Bani of the Amrit Sanchar ceremony when Khande di Bahul is prepared by the Panj Pyare to be given to form the Khalsa, to initiate the Khalsa. Sri Jaap Sahib, the second Bani of the Amrit Vela Nitnem of the Gursikh, who rises early in the morning and reads after Sri Japji Sahib every morning as they begin their daily prayers and their day. Dhan Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib ji is in Sri Anandpur Sahib ji. Pandit Kansi Ram has asked them to share these teachings of Sri Jaap Sahib, has asked them about the Bani that will give warrior spirit, that will give that warrior spirit to the Sikh, the Beeda Ras. Because this Pandit has heard about Dhan Sri Guru Granth Sahib ji that gives us Shantras, peace, breaks us free from the 8.4 million births and deaths life cycle. The Bani which is our Guru, Dhan Sri Guru Granth Sahib ji. The Pandit has asked Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib ji to share with him this other type of Bani, this Bani that is Beeda Ras. And Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib ji is sharing the teachings is doing the Katha of Sri Jaap Sahib, Sri Anandpur Sahib, teaching this Pandit Kansi Ram, answering his questions, along with 12 other Gursikhs, which includes the Panj Pyare of the Sikhs, Bhai Daya Singh Ji, Pyare Bhai Dharam Singh Ji, Pyare Bhai Himmat Singh Ji, Pyare Bhai Mohkam Singh Ji, and Pyare Bhai Sahib Singh Ji. The Panj Pyare, along with these 12, as part of these 12 Gursikhs and Pandit Kansi Ram, are listening to the teachings that Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji is giving them through Sri Jaap Sahib. We have reached 61 verses and we are now in the 62nd verse. Let us concentrate and continue listening to the teachings of Sri Jaap Sahib, the teachings which is the praise, the worship of Akal Purkh Waheguru.
Satnam Sri Waheguru Sahib Ji, Tera Jor Chachari Shand.
Tera Jor, with your power. Jor means power, Tera means with yours. So Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji continuing this next verse, this next Shand. Begin by praising Waheguru, say, with your power I can read or I can recite or I can write this prayer. What is that power? That power is Gyan, that Jor is Gyan, is knowledge. With the knowledge of Waheguru, the oneness of Waheguru, because Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji is the 10th form of Waheguru. But they're still praising Waheguru, showing us that everything is linked to Akal. So with the knowledge of Akal, with the knowledge of Waheguru, with that power, Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji continues Chachari Shand. The name of this Shand is Chachari. And Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji continues. So they're saying that Waheguru exists, Waheguru is present in the Jale Hain, in the Jal, Jal meaning water. So Waheguru is present in all forms of water. Wherever there is water, Waheguru is present. And Thale means, the Thal is where we have dry land. So we have wetland or wet, and where we have, that's Jal, and Thal where it is dry. So in other words, Waheguru is present in all wet areas, in all water, and Waheguru is also present in everywhere where it's dry. In other words, if you take it further, Waheguru is present everywhere. So Waheguru is Jale Hain, in the water, Thale Hain, in the dry parts of all creation. Waheguru exists everywhere. Apit Hain. Apit meaning, Pit can mean cover or illusion, and Apit means without cover. So they exist everywhere without cover. They are not hidden. But at the same time, even though they are not hidden, if something's not hidden, you can generally see them. You can see their appearance. You can describe them. But Waheguru Ji, as well as not being hidden, they are also without experience. They are Ape Hain. Prabhu Hain. Prabhu Hain. Prabhu. They are the Almighty Shuddh Swarup, pure form Waheguru. They are completely pure and immaculate. Aju Hain. They are beyond births and deaths. Like we come into this world, we are born, we die, we've come through these 8.4 million lives. We are in this human form now. But Waheguru is not in any form. They are not born because they exist. They existed before the ages. They existed at the start. They are the start. They are existence. They are a Jew. They are not born. They are without birth. Adesh Hain. Desh meaning desh, like a country, a place. They don't have no specific place. They are without a specific country because all countries, all lands are theirs. Base, they have no specific guise. They have no guise because in some ways when we say if somebody belongs to a country, they have a type of clothing. That's how you describe somebody from a country, don't you? They have different types of clothing, different cultures. But Waheguru Ji doesn't have a specific country, they don't have a specific place, and because they don't have a specific place, they don't have a specific guise, they don't have a specific culture or a type of dress. They are Adesh and they are Apesa.
Pujang Prayat Shand.
So Pujang Prayat Shand. Pujang Prayat Shand is another Shand with that snake-like motion, going that poetic style which is going left, right, snake, symmetrically like a snake-type motion.
Agade Abade
Pujang Prayat Shandat Toya Prasad with your kirpa, with your blessings, Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji, with the grace of Waheguru, they are going to continue this Chanda.
Agade Abade
Agad means like very, very deep, like an ocean. You can keep swimming down to the bottom of the ocean, and the ocean would have an end because there'll be some land. But Waheguru Ji is Agad Bodh, Agade. Agade means they're so deep you cannot find them. They are endless. Abade. They cannot be tied, they cannot be caught, they cannot be bonded, bound together. Waheguru Ji is Agad Bodh. You can't find an end, because if you wanted to tie something, you'd have to go to the end and tie around the end so you can come around the other side with a rope. But because they're so deep, you can't get to their end to be able to tie them, to be able to cordon them and strangle them.
Anandi Sarupe.
Their form, their Sarup, is a blissful Sarup. They're this blissful Sarup, Anandi. But Anand, if we want to translate that further, Ananda. So we take Anan and the means Dobada, duality. Anan means no duality. Waheguru Sahib Ji has no duality. There's no Dobada. We have duality because when we live in this world, we have our actions and we live in this society. And we develop duality because we know on one side we generally believe in God, we believe in truthfulness, we want to believe in truthfulness and righteousness and have morals, but at the same time we get pulled the other side. We get pulled the other side by society. We get pulled, first of all, by the Panch Jor, and the Panch Jor affect our senses, and then our senses are attracted by the Panch Jor. So the Panch Jor, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Mohankar, lust, greed, anger, attachment and ego. And then our five senses, our Gyanindriya, our sense of touch, our sense of taste, our sense of smell, our sense of sight, our sense of hearing, which they call the Vishay. Those are attracted by the Panch Jor, and so we get duality, where those should be facing inwards. What I mean by inwards, they should be facing inwards, focusing on the soul within inside of us, that Jod, which is Waheguru, which is the Atma. We face them outwards, and when they face outwards, they face society. And the Panch Jor, which live within the society, we are attracted by them. So we have duality. We're always questioning, we're always got confusion. Which way do we go? Left? Do we go right? Do we follow the path of God, or do we follow the path of society? But Waheguru Ji Sahib's Sarup is Anandi. They're blissful. They're a blissful, peaceful form, which also is without duality, because it's oneness. It's just that one path. That's why at the beginning of that Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, we start with Ik Oankar, and at the start of Sri Dasam Guru Granth Sahib Ji, we have Ik Oankar, Ik, one. And that one was written in numerical form. It wasn't written in letters like Idi Sehari and Kakka Ik. It was actually written in a numerical form, because like we've described earlier, if it was written in a letters form, these words can be split up on different arth and translations can come out of the different letters when you split them forwards and backwards. But they were Waheguru Ji, Sri Guru Nanak Dev Sahib Ji and Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji, and all the Gurus always wrote in numerical form Ik, because there is only one meaning of that Ik, that there's oneness, one. There's no taking second further translations to change the meaning of that oneness. There is no duality. Waheguru's form is one. They are only one. They have no opposition. There's nobody even close to them. They are Anandi Surupe. They are blissful form without any form of duality.
Namo Sarvamane.
Namo again is Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji is giving namaskar to Waheguru. So we're bowing down to you, Waheguru. Namaskar to you. You are Sarvamane. You, Sarv meaning all, Mane meaning believe in. The whole of your creation worships you. They have to worship you. Even atheists worship you, because there is an existence with an atheist. They believe in something. They believe in that power. Even though they don't know that power is you, they believe that power is themselves, because an atheist doesn't believe in God. They believe in their complete free will. But even that free will is the Lord's. So even though they're not believing in the Lord, they are believing in the Lord without knowing it, because they are, Waheguru is all powerful. So namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru, who is worshipped by all. and you give honor to all. Sarva manne, you give man, you give honor to all your creation. How do you give honor to your creation? You do give us that opportunity for free will. You give us the opportunity for living out our lives. You give us that honor. Some of us respect that honor and follow your teachings. Some of us do not respect that honor and are led astray by society, and we go and do wrongful acts. So Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji is giving namaskar to Waheguru, who is worshipped by all and gives honor to all.
Samasti nidane.
Samasti nidane. Nidane means, nidan is like a treasure. The treasure of good virtues, the treasure of everything, the treasure of Naam. Samasti. Namaskar to you. You are the source of all treasures. The treasures that are going to take us free from this 8.4 million birth and death life cycle. He's going to break us free from that. He's going to break us free from the bondages of Kaam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar. He's going to join us with you again where we should. It's going to take us home. You are the treasures. You are the source of all treasures. Samasti Nidane Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji.
Namastwang Nirnathe.
Namastwang, namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. You are Nirnathe. Nath means master, Nre Nath means no master. You are without any master because you are the ultimate master. You are the master of all your creation. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru.
Namastwang Pramathe.
Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. You are Pramathe. You are the destroyer of all evil because you are the master. You have no master above you. So therefore, you are the master of everything, and all that evil that develops through this society, you are the destroyer of that evil through your path, your way, your path.
Namastwang Aganje.
Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. You are Aganje. You cannot be broke. You cannot be cut. You are indestructible. Nobody can cut you. Nobody can finish you.
Namastwang Apanje.
Namastwang Apanje. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. You are Apanje. You are uncrushable. You are unbreakable. You are the complete power. Akal Purkh Waheguru. Namaskar to you.
Namastwang Akale.
Namastwang Akale. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. You are Akale. Kal, we know, means death. It means time. It means mark. It means black mark. You are Akale. You are without time because you are the creator of time. You are the time of time. You can finish time off and you will still be around even if there was no time. You are therefore eternal. You are, Kal means death. You are without death. You never die because you are always living. Akal Purkh Waheguru. You are the Satya. You are the truth before the ages, at the beginning of the ages. You are true now, you will be true forevermore. You are immortal. You are Akal. You are without any dag. Nobody can do a dosh on you. You cannot be stained in any way. You have no black marks. Just like we in this world, we might do wrongful acts and our name gets stained. But Waheguru's name cannot be stained because they're the pure form. They are Akale. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru.
Namastwang Apale.
Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. You are Apale. You are without any protection. You don't need protection because you are the protected yourselves. We, the Jeeves in this world, need protection from the Panch Jor and the Vishavikar. But you do not need protection. You are without protection because you are the protector. You are the Palana. You look after us. You graze us as we grow older. You look out for us. You organize us through our lives.
Namo Sarvadese.
Namo Sarvadese. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. Sarvadese. You are present in all places, all deshas, all countries, in all lands. You inhabit all lands because you inhabit through your creation, because you exist in all your creation and you exist there anywhere. So wherever anybody is, they'll always be able to find you. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru.
Namo Sarvapese.
And within that form, living in all those places, you have all those forms in those places. So as we've just heard earlier, we've heard that Waheguru Sahib Ji has no specific place in a previous Ades Hai, and then we also heard Apes Hai. So they have no specific place. They are without a specific country, and they have no specific guise or look within that country. But at the same time, Waheguru Sahib Ji, Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji is telling us now, Namo Sarv Dese. But you exist, you inhabit in all countries. You live in all countries. You live in all places. And Namaskar to you now, Namo Sarva Pese. You have all appearances. So how can on one side Waheguru not have a specific place or not have a specific guise, but then also be everywhere? Because Waheguru is one. They are only one form, but at the same time they exist everywhere. They exist within their creation. They exist within us. Waheguru Sahib Ji is present here within us. Each little small particle of their creation exists. That energy source, which if we're going to call it an energy source, which is Waheguru. Just on simple terms, we can call it an energy source. Without that energy source, nothing is around. When that energy source, if that energy source ever came out, everything would vanish. Because it's without that energy source is Waheguru that keeps everything glowing, everything alive. Even anything which we think or describe as being dead, even that has an energy source while it's there, that mitti, because Waheguru exists within it. So as well as not being specific to any place or have any specific guise, Waheguru exists everywhere, and Waheguru exists in all of his creation. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru.
Namo Raj Raje.
Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. You are Raj Raje. You are the king of all kings. Namaskar to you, Waheguru.
Namo Saj Saje.
Namo Saj Saje. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. Saj is like an instrument, like we say Saj is like a Vajja. We had obviously Kirtan going on just before this, and the Saj, we call that Vajja Saj. Waheguru Sahib Ji is the Saj of all Sajs, all that musical, that instrument, that the way that instrument plays the music and sends the music out to play. Waheguru Sahib Ji is the instrument of all instruments, because as we live in this world, as we live out our daily actions, we are in tune to our karam and the hukam that we have been given by Akal Purkh Waheguru. So Waheguru is the Saj of all Sajs. They are the king of all kings. They are the illumination. They are the illumination of all illumination, the light of light. Namaskar to Akal Purkh Waheguru.
Namo Saha Sahe.
Saha Sahe. Saha means king again. So Waheguru Sahib Ji, you are the king of all kings. Namaskar to you, Waheguru. Saha can also mean breath. They are the breath of all breaths. Any breath that we take, behind that breath, that energy source is Waheguru, because we can't take that breath without that power of Waheguru. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru.
Namo Maha Mahe.
Maha Mahe. Namaskar to you. Maha can mean moon. So Waheguru, the light of the moon, without that energy source behind the moon wouldn't be so bright. Maha can mean month. Waheguru Sahib Ji is the month of all months. Maha can mean earth. And Maha can mean beauty. So the beauty behind beautiful, behind anything that is beautiful, Waheguru is that beauty that makes that thing beautiful. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru.
Namo Geeta Geete.
Namo Geeta Geete. Geet means that tune, that song, or that praise that is sung. But the praise behind the praise is Akal Purkh Waheguru. That glory behind the praise that we're singing those praises, that is Akal Purkh Waheguru. Because if there's no glory, there's no praise. If there's no sound, there is no music. The sound behind the music is Akal Purkh Waheguru. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru.
Namo Preeta Preete.
Namo Preeta Preete. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. You are the love behind the love. If there's nothing to love, then how am I supposed to love? That form of loveliness, that embodiment of love, eternal love, is Akal Purkh Waheguru for us to be able to love. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru.
Namo Rokh Rokhe.
Rokh Rokhe. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. That rage, that anger, that biras, without that rage, there is no anger, there is no biras. That rage is yourself, that energy, that power is you. Namaskar, Akal Purkh Waheguru. Without that energy, that rage, there is no temper.
Namo Sokh Sokhe.
Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. Sokh Sokhe. That radiance, without that brightness and that radiance, you cannot be radiant. Akal Purkh Waheguru, namaskar to you, the highest radiance of all radiance.
Namo Sarva Roge.
Namo Sarva Roge. Rog means disease, but the ultimate disease is Waheguru, because Waheguru is the disease that will finish the disease. The biggest disease on this earth, Waheguru tells us, is Hankar. But behind the Hankar has to have its disease to kill the Hankar, and that disease, the disease for Hankar, is Naam. So the biggest disease for us is Hankar if we get caught up in it, but the disease that is going to kill Hankar off is Naam. And Waheguru is that Naam. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. You are Sarvaroge, the creator of the diseases, but the destroyer of the diseases as well, because you're the biggest disease that will kill off that disease that chimbers on us of Hankar. Namaskar to you.
Namo Sarva Bhoge.
Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. Sarva Bhoge. And through your creation, through all your creation, Sarva Bhoge, you ਭੋਗ, you indulge in all the pleasures within your creation. Namaskar to you, Waheguru.
ਨਮੋ ਸਰਬ ਜੀਤੰ
Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. All victory is yours.
ਨਮੋ ਸਰਬ ਭੀਤੰ
Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. All victory is yours because you have all that power who scare away all enemies. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru.
ਨਮੋ ਸਰਬ ਗਿਆਨੰ
Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. You are all knowledge. You are the form of all knowledge, the complete knowledge, Brahma Gyan, the master of all knowledge. Namaskar to you.
ਨਮੋ ਪਰਮ ਤਾਨੰ
You are complete power. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. Supreme Param Tanang power. You are the mightiest power, the greatest power. Namaskar to you.
ਨਮੋ ਸਰਬ ਮੰਤਰੰ
Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. You are the greatest mantra.
ਨਮੋ ਸਰਬ ਜੰਤਰੰ
Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. You are the greatest jantar. Now, what is a mantra and what is a jantar? A mantra is a shabad which you recite. Like for us, we have Gur mantra or Mool mantra or Gur shabad, and we recite that mantra. And what spiritualists or occult yogis do to gain occult powers, what they do, they recite certain words. And a mantra is one that you recite, and a jantar is one that is written down. So they have a spell, a magical spell maybe that they write on a piece of paper. That's called a jantar. And a mantra is one that you recite out of your mouth. So some people have the piece of paper written and they put it in a necklace. You may see people have necklaces and they have things written on them and they wear them. Sikhs don't believe in these, but people of other faiths might have them around their neck. They have them around their body and they write a spell on a piece of paper. And what they do that is for superstition, so nobody can attack them. That's called a jantar. And a mantra is something you recite, like we recite the name of the Lord, and they might have a spell that they recite. But Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib is saying, Namo Sarab Mantram. But Waheguru, you are the true mantra. There's nothing bigger than you. So Gur mantra is the biggest mantra. No other mantra can attack, no other magic spell can attack anybody who has been given Gur mantra and who recites Gur mantra. And at the same time, you are the greatest jantar. Because Gur Shabad is written down in the form of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, in the form of our Pothiyan Gurtke Sahibs. And so the biggest jantar is Gurbani. So anybody who has Gurbani, in other words, who is the Sikh of the Guru of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, they cannot be attacked by any magic spell. Because the ultimate mantra is Gur Shabad, the ultimate jantar is Gur Shabad. It's the complete powerful, it's the all powerful. And Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji is telling us that we don't need to go to any of these other places to get these mantras and jantras or have any of these spells or have any of these things, because we have got the complete power through Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, through the Panj Pyare. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. You are the master of all mantras, you are the all powerful, the most powerful mantra, and you are the master of all jantars. You are the most powerful jantar. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru.
Namo Sarva Drissang.
Namo Sarva Drissang. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. You keep all in your vision. You look out for everybody.
Namo Sarva Krisang.
Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. As you look out for everybody, Krisang means to attract. So you attract everybody, all your creation towards yourself. Namaskar to you.
Namo Sarva Range.
Namo Sarva Range. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. You are the colour of all pleasures. You give colour to all. So just like we live and we have different forms and different people, different animals, we can describe that as different colours of the world. You are the giver of all those colours, the giver of all of those. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru.
Tripangi Anange.
You are the destroyer of the three worlds, Akal Purkh Waheguru. You are formless. You have no Anange, you have no limbs, you have no form. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru.
Namo Jiva Jivam.
You are the life of all life. Without your Jyot inside of us, we wouldn't be living. So you are the life of life. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru.
Namo Bija Bije.
Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. You are Bij Bije, with your seed that you plant, with your Jyot that you plant inside in the mother's womb when the baby is being formed. You are that seed, you are that light. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru.
Akhijje Apijje.
Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. Akhijje Apijje. Akhijje, you never anger. Apijje, you have no desires, you don't get pulled by any desires.
Samastang Prasidje.
Samastang Prasidje. Namaskar to you, Akal Purkh Waheguru. You are Prasidje, compassionate to all your creation.
Kripalang Surupe.
Your Sarup, your form is Kripalang. You are the giver of kirpa, of blessings, of benevolence.
Kukarmang Pranasi.
Kukarmang Pranasi, but at the same time you destroy all wickedness, all wrongdoings, you remove all our wrongful acts, all our bad karma that we've done, through your blessings, as we come to your sanctuary, any of those wrongful deeds, any karma that we've done wrong, as we've collected over all these lives and even in this life, and when we come to your sanctuary, you bless us with your kirpa and you destroy all our wrongful acts. You take them away, only giving us shabagon, only giving us good qualities, turning us into good Sikhs of yourselves.
Sada Sarvada Riddha Siddham Nivasi.
Sada Sarvada, Sada, forever, Sarvada, for all. Riddha means Riddhi, Siddham, Siddhiya, these spiritual powers. Nivasi, you exist, you are forever an eternal store of all Riddhiya Siddhiyas, complete power. You are the store of complete power. You exist in all power because you are that power.
Charpat Shamda Tva Prasad.
Charpat Shand. Charpat Shand. The name of this Shand is Charpat. Charpat is to be, it's a quick, Charpat means quick, so it's a quick speed Shand. That's Guru Sahib Ji is giving us now.
Amrit Karme.
Tva Prasad, with your kirpa, Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji continues.
Amrit Karme.
Amrit Karme. Amrit. So, Amrit Karme, Amrit means immortal. Karme, your actions are immortal. But at the same time, you are the giver through your actions of Amrit. What is Amrit? Now, Amrit we can describe as Khande di Pahal. That's how we describe it in this day and age, don't we? Amrit, Khande di Pahal. How do we gain that Amrit? Only Waheguru Ji can give that Amrit. Amrit Karme, only they can give that Amrit. They give the Amrit through the Panj Pyare. So Tan Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji, in 1699, they called all the Sikhs to Sri Anandapur Sahib. They called all the Sikhs from far and wide. Sikhs came as far as Afghanistan. Sikhs from the time of Sri Guru Nanak Dev Sahib Ji, from the south of India. And then Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji asked for a head of a Sikh. Pyare Bhai Daya Singh Ji stood and they gave their head. Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji took their head off. And then they asked a head for another Sikh. And after that, Pyare Bhai Taram Singh Ji, they gave their head. Then Pyare Bhai Himmat Singh Ji, Pyare Bhai Mohagam Singh Ji and Pyare Bhai Sahib Singh Ji, the Panj Pyare one by one came and they gave their heads. Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji took their heads off. Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji put their heads back on and prepared Khande di Pahal. Bibi Ajit Kaur, Mata of this, the first Mahal of Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji, placed the Patasse in the Khande Bhatte da Amrit. Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji used the Khanda and prepared the Amrit. They put 5 boons of Amrit in the mouth of the Panj Pyare. And they said, Bol Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh. And each time they put those 5 boons in, those 5 drops, each of the Panj Pyare replied, Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh. Then they put the 5 boons, the 5 drops in the eyes of the Panj Pyare, 5 in each one. And each time they said, Bol Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh. And each time the Panj Pyare, 5 times each, replied, Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh. And then they placed the 5 boons, the 5 drops in the case, in the hair of the Panj Pyare. And each time, 5 times each, the Panj Pyare replied, Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh, as Guru Sahib Ji told them to. They stood up and they were brought back to life. They became immortal. Amrit. Mrit means death. Amrit means without death. In other words, immortal. They were brought back to life. And they became the Panj Pyare of the Khalsa Panth. That's why we use that term for Khande di Pahal, Amrit, because it makes you without death. It makes you immortal. Over many ages, many people have tried to become immortal. There have been many tales from previous times, previous ages, where kings have searched the world high and low for Amrit. Now, many scholars have written where Amrit can be found. Some people believe Amrit, or this cup of water, which they would describe, they would think it'd be like a cup of water, that if you drank that water, you would become immortal. Now that water is not Amrit or Khande di Pahal as we see it. They thought there was a place on this earth, or a place where they could find this water, and in that water, if they drank it, they would become immortal. They wanted to live forever. Many kings and warriors searched high and low. Some people thought this Amrit was deep underground. Now, deep underground, many snakes exist. So if this Amrit was deep underground, then snakes wouldn't be poisonous, would they? Because if they were immortal, they would have mityas. Because Amrit is also supposed to be mitta, it's supposed to be sweet. So it could never be underground. People thought that this Amrit is in the moon, is in the kirna, you know, like the moonlight. But if it was in the moonlight, then we get the moonlight every day, every night, then the whole world would be Darya would be saved. So that it couldn't have been in the moonlight. People thought that this Amrit is in the ocean, but there's many parts of the ocean which is very salty, it's not sweet at all. And some people thought that they can find this Amrit within women. And people have looked high and low for this Amrit. They've never found it. There's even a tale of a king who went searching for it. And he went searching for it through these large mountains, and he had his army with him. He went through these high mountains, and he went through whirlwinds to get through the mountains. Then he found this place where there was many snakes, and he had to fend off these snakes. And then there was loads of traps that he had to get through, loads of tests. And he finally got to this top of this mountain, and he found this well where it was said Amrit was. And he was about to drink this, take his cup, pull the water out of the well and drink it. And because he thought he was going to become immortal, this king, it's a tale from many, many years ago. He defeated many demons to get there. But at that same time, the demigods who were watching got worried, because he thought, if this king drinks this Amrit and he becomes immortal, if he becomes immortal, this king was such a warrior who won so many battles, they got scared. They thought, if he drinks this water and he becomes immortal, then he would even defeat us, and they were the demigods. And a deity said that, don't worry, I'll stop him from drinking this water, from becoming immortal. And just as he was about to drink, she came in front of him and she started laughing. And he looked at her laughing, and he questioned, he said, why are you laughing? She goes, I'm laughing because you're just about to drink this water for no reason. And he got a question in his mind, because he thought he did fought all these battles, went through all these tests, defeated the demons, all sorts of things, just to get to this point, to become immortal. It was his life's goal. And as he reached there, somebody's already there laughing, saying, what are you going to drink that for? You're not going to get nothing from it. And he got worried, and he asked her, why should I not drink it? This is going to make me immortal. This is going to make me rule not just this land, but every land, all of creation. I'm going to become the king of everywhere. And she said, I drank that water, and look at me. I've got no blood, but at least if you drink it, I'll have a sati, I'll have a friend. And he got a shanka in his mind, thinking about, does he really want to be immortal? Will he grow old? How will his body? He questioned everything, and he spelt it. He spelt it, and that's how his demigods stayed in control of their place, because he never drank that, what he thought was Amrit, to make him immortal. Now if you think of us in that situation, what do? We're born in this world. We've been through 84 lakh June, 8.4 million births and deaths life cycle. We've been through many life forms. We've been ants. Maharaj says in his Bani, Kai janam pe keed patanga. We've been ants, keede, flies. We've developed. We've probably been different animals. We've developed, and we've come into this human form. We've come into this human form, and then we've been blessed again. So it's like we've come over all these mountains. We've had these battles with the different demons. We've defeated, we've gone through all these tests, and we've become a human. We've become a human, and then we've been so lucky that we are born in the house of a Sikh. That's why we come to the Gurdwara. And we've reached that well where this Amrit is going to be, like that king was. We've reached there because we're sat in the Gurdwara, the place of immortality. We sit in the Gurdwara and we listen to the teachings of Guru Sahib Ji. We listen to those teachings. As we listen to the teachings, we want to join Guru's path. We want to be one with the Guru. We forget about all our worries and our tensions that we have in our lives at home. We forget about any problems we have at school, any problems we have at work, any problems with our families, our friends. All our tensions are gone because we stood on that well. We stood at that well where we're going to become immortal, where we don't have to be born and die again. Guruji has given us that cup. We're ready to drink it. We've passed all the tests. But when we come to that point, we come to the Gurdwara, we go back home. When we go back home, we spend time with our families and friends. Those demigods are our senses who are worried that we're going to rule. Those demigods were worried about the king who was going to rule everything. Our senses, our eyes, our tongue, where we taste from, our ears where we hear, our mouth where we taste, our nose where we smell, our hands where we feel. They're like those demigods. They get worried because with our eyes, with our ears, with our nose, with our mouth, with our hands and feet, we do wrongful acts. We go out in this world doing wrongful things with those. And they're like those demigods who get worried. Because if we drink that water, then we're going to become immortal. We're going to rule over our senses. But our senses are scared and our senses want to rule over us because our senses are caught up in duality. They want to go out with our friends. They want to look at wrong things. They want to tell lies, our tongue. They want to slander people. They want to look at the opposite gender. They want to go out stealing. They want to watch wrong films and listen to music. They don't want to listen to Kirtan. They don't want to do seva in the Saad sangat. They don't want to do the darshan of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. They don't want to recite Guru Granth Sahib Ji's name. Because to them, they want to live in duality. And so when we go home, this deity speaks to us. It could be our best friend. It could be our mother. It could be our father. It could be our own conscience. And they say to us, what's the point of following the path of the Guru? You won't be able to excite yourself in this world. What's the point of becoming immortal? And then what we do, we have it in our hand and we spill it, just like this king did. We have everything in our hand. We have the opportunity to become immortal, like Bhai Daru Singh, like Bhai Subeg Singh, Bhai Shahbaz Singh, like the Chote Sahibzade, like the Vadde Sahibzade, like Tan Baba Deep Singh Sahib Ji, Bhai Mani Singh Sahib Ji Shaheed. We have an opportunity to become immortal like them. But what we do, we have it in our hand and we spill it. We lose everything. Because we don't rule ourselves. Our senses rule us. Society rules us. And we don't get that blessing. When we come to the Gurdwara, we should always beg Dhan Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji to give us that opportunity. If we have it in our hands, if we have that chance for immortality, to be able to live forever, to be able to break free from the 8.4 million lives, to be able to become one with God. So we rule ourselves and we rule while we're living because we are part of the Khalsa. We should take it with both hands. We shouldn't throw it away, just like the king did. Amrit karme, but only with the blessings of the Guru can we be given that Amrit, can we become immortal, could our actions become immortal. And even if we're already Amritari, sometimes we think these teachings are just for those who haven't taken Amrit. But what if we're already Amritari? We've got it in our hands as well. But we're spilling it because we're not reciting the name of the Lord. We're not reading Gurbani. We're not doing seva of the Saad Sangat. We want to talk. We want to play with our friends. We forget about doing our part, what we should be doing. We say we'll do it later on and then we don't do it because we're not excited about it. We've got it in our hands. And we can get everything. We get all complete power from Waheguru. We've heard about all the power that Waheguru's got. But we spill that as well. So whether we're Amritari or not Amritari, whichever level we're at, we get this opportunity. We've got it again today. We're sat in the Saad Sangat. We're sat in the sanctuary in the house of Sri Guru Nanak Dev Sahib Ji. When we leave here today, are we going to taste that Amrit or are we going to spill it on the way out? Guru Sahib Ji keeps blessing us by bringing us back. Every week, every day we keep coming back. There may be one day they say, Putra, I give you so many chances, I need to help somebody else now. And then our chance had gone. While we've got this opportunity, while we keep getting that cup in our hand every day, let's not spill it, let's taste it. If we're not Amritari, let's taste it by stepping on that path, keeping our Panchakakar, Kes, Kada, Kashera, Kanga, Kirpan. Let's start reading the Nitnem. If we don't know the Nitnem, if we can't read it, let's listen to it every day. Listen to it in the morning, in the evening, in the night. We can still take Amrit if we can't read our Nitnem, because we can still listen to it. And Guru Sahib will do Kirpa and bring us closer. Because as soon as you take one step, Guru Sahib is going to take 100,000 steps towards you. As soon as you take one step to your Guru. Sometimes we think, well, I can't stop watching films. But if we haven't come into Guru Sahib's path, how is he going to help us? If we think, I'm only going to take Amrit if I stop watching films, if I become perfect, then we might never become perfect. Because the person who's going to make us perfect is Guru Sahib themselves. As soon as we step on their path, then automatically they will help us and stop watching wrong films, stop doing wrong things, stop looking at the opposite gender. Because we're going to be Gurus then. He's going to be our father. He's going to look out for us. If we wait to stop everything first, then come onto the path, it might be too late for us. That's the confusion in our minds. It might be too late then. We might have spilt it by then. Maybe we should just come on the path first and Guru Sahib will look after us. If you think of a plant, you have to water a plant when it's growing and you have to keep watering it every day. Sometimes some plants have a lot of blessing, they get a lot of sunlight and they shoot straight up and they bloom. Some plants, you need to keep watering them, but they still bloom. But if you've never watered the plant, they'll die straight away. So if you don't take Amrit, you're never going to be watered. So how are you ever going to bloom? How are you ever going to become perfect? It's just like putting the seed in by coming to the Gurdwara but never watering it. It's going to die before it's even started. The plant cannot grow without the water. The Gursikh cannot become the Sikh cannot become a Gursikh without the Amrit. He cannot become perfect without Amrit. It's the wrong convention. If we think we become right first, then we come onto the path. We can never become right before we've got the Guru. We need the Guru first before we become right. We have to break our ego. We've got it in our hands. We've got an opportunity. We shouldn't throw it away. And if we are Amritari and we're throwing it away, then we need to, like that plant, we need a little bit more water. And to get more water once you've taken Amrit is by repeating the name of the Lord. By learning your part afterwards. If you haven't done something, learn it. If you listen to your Nitnem, learn it so you can read it. You can do that after. Because you are the Gurus. Once you're the Gurus, you'll always be protected. And so Guru Sahib is saying, Amrit Karme, without Karam, without Guru Sahib being able to give you, without his blessings, we're not going to get Amrit. But Guru Sahib's actions are all immortal. They are immortal. Namaskar Chua Karpur Waheguru, you are Amrit Karme.
Amrit Tarme.
Amrit Tarme. Amrit. Tarme means Tarma. Amrit means within. So Amrit Tarme, you exist within all faith, within all of your creation.
Akhal Joge.
Akhal means Samu, within. Joge, you are joined with the whole of you are united. You are joined to your creation.
Achal Bhoge.
Achal means Chalaiman. Torat means you can't be moved. You are unwavering. Bhoge, you are within. You cannot be moved. You are immovable, and your pleasures, you are never ending. Achal Bhoge.
Achal Raje.
Achal Raje, you are immovable, everlasting king.
Atal Saje.
Atal, you are forever. You never finish. You are immovable. Saje. So what is formed cannot be broken. It cannot be moved.
Akhal Dharmang.
You are within. You exist within all dharmas, within all faiths, within all your creation.
Alakh Karmang.
Alakh, you have no description. Karmang, you have. You cannot be described. You have no lachan. You have no description within your actions. You cannot describe any of your actions.
Sarvang Data.
You are the giver of all.
Sarvang Gyata.
You are the giver of all knowledge.
Sarvang Panne.
You illuminate all.
Sarvang Mane.
You exist within all. You are worshipped by all.
Sarvang Pranang.
You are the giver of all breath, of all life.
Sarvang Tranang.
You are the giver of all strength.
Sarvang Bhukta.
You are the giver of all pleasures and enjoyments.
Sarvang Jugta.
You are incorporated, you are adjoined within all.
Sarvang Devang.
You are the master of all.
Sarvang Devang.
You know all secrets, you know everything. You are the knower of all.
Sarvang Kale.
You are the ultimate Kal, you are the death of all, you are the exterminator, you are the destroyer, the deliverer of all.
Sarvang Pale.
But at the same time, you are the developer, you look after, you are the creator of all as well. And Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib has completed the 78th body of Sri Jaap Sahib. If I've made any mistakes this time round, I beg for forgiveness. You, the Saad sangat, can bless me with Brahm Gyan, so I can continue sharing the teachings of Sri Jaap Sahib and Gurbani with you, so we can all praise as Sri Jaap Sahib does, all praise Akal Purkh Waheguru together and all learn together. Guru Sahib Ji Kirpa Karan gives us all Gursikhi di daat. Whether we are not Amritari, he gives us that blessing that we can take Amrit, to give us that strength. And if we are Amritari, to give us that strength to become stronger Amritaris, reciting his name constantly and forever. If Guru Sahib Ji blesses us all with this, then we've got this opportunity, we've got that in our hand. We'll be able to taste it while we're living. We'll be able to experience it while we're living. We'll be able to live in that bliss while we're living. And we can all share that bliss together. Let's beg Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji that he blesses all with that Jeevan, all with that Avastha. Deho Sajjan Sisriya, Jo Hoga Sahib Shumel.
Sarvang Devang. Sarvang Pevang. Sarvang Kale.
Sarvang Kale, Sarvang Pale. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.